Greetings from Tromerville. This is Lloyd Kaufman, president of Troma Entertainment and creator of The Toxic Avenger. And you know, folks, when we're not making those great movies like Romeo and Juliet and Return to Nukem High Volume 1 and Volume 2, we like to kick back and listen to The Horror Show, because The Horror Show with Bill and Mike and what are your names again?
Sean and Joe.
With Sean and Joe. The horror show with Sean and Joe rhymes, and that's reason enough for it to be the best show that we gay people like.
Hello everybody and welcome to The Horror Show, the show that dissects, mutilates, dismembers, and butchers all of your favorite and not so favorite horror movies and other horror related events. I'm Sean.
I'm Joe.
We are now on the Fangoria Podcast Network.
Yes.
Forgot to say that last time. Not that it even matters. I just
Well,
feel like
we had the bumper in the beginning.
but I feel like people don't hear it, and then I want to make sure they know we are legit. Good night, folks. So we're recording this pretty late.
Yeah, I'm tired as fuck.
Yeah. But we are going to, I wouldn't say muscle through, but we are going to have a great show. Happy October.
Yeah, it's October 1st right now.
Yeah, October 1st. This episode will be coming out October 6th. Starting off October with a bang. We already told you our schedule. I won't repeat it. So, surprise. But this week we are doing, I figure we do this the first week so that way people can have some ideas for what to watch during the month.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
So this episode we are talking about Halloween. We called it the Halloween Playlist Challenge, and we asked all of our awesome listeners 7 to 10 roughly movies that pump you up for Halloween, that you're watching pre-Halloween or on Halloween just to get you in that Halloween vibe. And
response was great.
Craziest response ever. Our Facebook page is nuts right now.
It's fun.
I'm
enjoying
fun.
it.
If you're not on that page, get on it. I think it's a lot more accessible than Tumblr, although I do like our Tumblr fans. They're pretty awesome too. It's so hard to balance all these
fucking
sites.
Social media.
It's so crazy, but it's a blast to talk to everyone. But it's just, I wish I could combine them into one little window.
Let's go back to AIM.
Group chat or chat room. We would need a chat room for everybody.
Dude, those chat rooms were a nightmare.
Yeah. When you ever got an invite, it was just spelled trouble. You were just going to witness cyberbullying and stupid.
It was nuts from like the get-go.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we invented cyberbullying, our generation.
Yeah, like now that I'm thinking about it, like when you hear about it, you think it like it probably like gradually grew, but no, from like day one since I got the internet, that's like the first thing you see.
Literally, Buzz Breadsticks like turned on his computer and instantly started cyberbullying.
Yeah, he's the original catfish.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like I remember the day I signed on to this is so off topic. The day I signed on to AIM, I got a message from him, and he was pretending to be our freshman baseball coach, and I was like, wait. Like, you know, I don't know. I just got AIM. First of all, I don't know how he got my screen name. And like he was I was convinced for days that this was I was talking to my baseball coach.
He's the worst. Buzz Breadsticks is the worst. Tweet at him at Buzz Breadsticks and tell him
he's an asshole.
So Halloween playlist. Where do you think we should start? We should probably start with ours and then
Sure. You said 7 to 10. Did you put down 10?
I did put down 10. I
Damn
didn't
it.
put down 7, but I'm okay with cutting 3 off because I wasn't thrilled with some of my picks.
Oh, see, man. No, I'm just gonna stay with the 7.
Right.
I mean, it's
You're probably gonna hear some in these that. Well, I guess if we do ours first. But.
It's so hard because kind of like our we did the episode on if no one's ever seen horror. Like the choices for me were pretty generic, but they mean Halloween to me. Like it's
very similar.
I wanted to choose something that like when you put these movies on, like the week before, you're just getting giddy.
That's why it was that. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to. That's why it was really hard. Was trying to find the ones that actually like give you a feeling. Like here, where you're like, "Fuck!" It's so close to Halloween.
Yeah, what I did when I was thinking was like thinking back when I was a kid. Like if these movies popped on, then I would be like, "Fuck, it's coming." Like,
that's what I tried to do.
So
that's exactly what I tried to do, and that's what made it. It was insanely difficult to do that. Because I know the feeling, but I'm like, but what were the movies that caused that?
Right.
And I'd be like, I have no idea. It was probably something terrible. Well, Rumpelstiltskin, probably. It was probably number 1.
Is that on your list?
No. I need to review that before I put that on any list. I need to review how bad my taste in movies was.
Let's do that soon.
We really should. The hype behind it, though, is so big now. I don't know. Maybe we just wait. Be our final episode.
The send-off.
All right, so I'll open up. We won't bounce around. We'll just no. Yeah, we're gonna do ours together.
Like you do one, I do one?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
And then that way, if we hit on one that the other has. So I will narrow mine down to 7. That's tough, though. Well,
no, keep it.
You want me to keep it?
Yeah, keep it.
So my first one, number 10 for me.
Are you going in reverse order?
I'm going in reverse order.
Are these actually in order? Like you would rank this as number 10?
Yeah.
All
like if it was day 10, this is what I'm doing. But you don't have to. I mean, that's fine. I'm going with Dawn of the Dead.
Nice. Yeah. Not on my list.
The remake.
Oh my god. Holy fuck. So annoyed by everything that's just happened.
I don't even know if that'll pick up. I wrote that down in my notes though as remake. Yeah, the remake.
Why?
I just find it's a little more fun than the original. I like the original a lot, but for Halloween purposes, I'm going with that. It's a little more lighthearted. As lighthearted as it
lighthearted. Don't they kill a baby?
Well, they do, Joe. But you got to do what you got to do. I don't know. It just seemed like a little cornier, I guess, than the original one. I feel like all the original.
Yeah, I think the original is like more depressing.
Yeah, it's more depressing. It's not exactly.
It's more realistic.
Yeah, it's very gritty. It's not. You're not having a blast after that. You know, you're not having a few beers. I could have beers and watch the remake and watch Ving Rhames tear shit up and make them build a motor. Watch them build.
Ving Rhames is a badass in the remake.
So good, so good. So that's my number 10.
All right.
Should I go? Nah. Give your number 7. No. Let me go one more. All right. And then that way we're even, or sort of even.
Actually, that works out perfect because one I had like a tie. So
okay, good. And I'll do one that I know is not on your list. Number 9. Drag Me to Hell.
Really?
I just felt like you're in the mood for Halloween. You need a Gypsy Curse movie in there.
Okay.
Give me a Gypsy Curse.
So you're not going to go with the Wolfman?
No, but you'll find out later.
Okay.
So I'm not going with Thinner. Fuck Thinner. Thinner sucks ass. Dude, I rented Thinner in 5th grade, 6th grade, and I was fucking so goddamn bored. I was miserable.
It's got to be one of the best Roadhead crash scenes, though.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else has a Roadhead crash scene.
Yeah, and that's pretty early in the movie, right?
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, and then from there, it's real dumb.
That's actually literally all I remember.
I remember him vomiting. Why would anyone make that into a movie? Dude, that is a terrible. Who read that short story? I've never read the short story, so I can't speak to the quality of it, but I'm sure it's great enough for somebody to be like, we're going to make a movie out of that. But who would be like, this is going to really last an hour and a half?
It's going to translate well.
It's going to translate perfectly to an hour and a half feature film.
Well, King has a great short story called Dolan's Cadillac, which in short is just about this guy who's plotting revenge over people who like kill the mafia who kills his wife, and he just like slowly loses his mind and like digs a big hole, like traps him in it. But somebody made it into a feature length film. The short story is only like 8 pages.
Is it coming out or is it already out?
Yeah, it came out like 6 years ago. I think like DirecTV starring Bill Pullman.
Hey, if Bill's in it, I'm okay with it. So Drag Me to Hell, that was my gypsy curse.
You just like gypsy curses to get you in the mood for Halloween?
I feel like there's something to them. And
I
Drag
will
Me to
say,
Hell is so good.
I will say Drag Me to Hell is real fun. Like,
yeah.
It wasn't loved when it came out.
No, and then it got a lot of love after the fact. I don't know. That's one of those weird ones that...
I don't know. I thought it was like a classic Raimi flick, just with a little bigger budget than the Evil Dead films.
That's what I think.
It's right in the same vein of it.
Yeah, 100%.
It had like a little bit of humor, and it had like over the top
people coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
So perfect.
It was way fucking better than Spider-Man 3.
I think I liked Spider-Man.
No, you didn't. Nope.
I think I did.
That's almost more annoying than the air horn.
And by the way, my number 10 was Trick or Treat.
Wait, what?
Not my number 10, I'm sorry. I had Trick or Treat because I have 10. I'm giving 3 to get rid of it. So now I have 7.
Okay.
A math lesson for all of our friends.
Wait, but you said I'm starting at number 10 going
I
up.
did, and I lied though. But Trick or Treat was
So
my
that was number
10,
9.
because it's so obvious.
Okay.
And we've already talked about it.
All right, well,
ad
perfect
nauseam.
segue because my bottom, I said I had a tie, and Trick or Treat is awesome. We've talked about it already. I don't want to spend time on it, but you know, if we're doing a list on movies that get you hyped for Halloween,
It's gotta be.
How do you not want to watch that? The reason I had this tied with another one is because it's so recent. And when I was thinking of this list, I was trying to think of like what really gets me in the mood for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
Like it gives me that nostalgic kid feeling. And that was tied with Dead Alive, Peter Jackson's movie.
That's pretty good.
I just, you know, I think growing up, like around the season, I just loved like over the top gore. Like I just needed to have that. And what is more over the top than that fucking lawnmower
That's true.
scene?
That's really true. Actually, yeah, I would have probably included that in my list had I
Because
thought about
I mean,
it that way.
there's like super gory movies, but this one's campy. You know, it's
Insane.
not like it's fun to watch.
Dude, the dinner scene is like the most appalling thing.
When the fucking ear falls
Yeah.
and she eats it.
Oh my God.
And that baby. I mean, everything about it is awesome. I kick ass for the Lord. What a great fucking line. Like, it's just perfect.
It's so good. And Trick or Treat, yeah, it's perfect. I mean, we talked about it on our favorite anthologies. I mean, we've talked about it a bunch on the show. So I think I kind of lost a little bit of, and we had just seen it. So I think I had lost a little bit of, I don't know. Lost a little bit of its shine to me. Like it used to be like, oh yeah, I love Trick or Treat. And then I was like, oh yeah, Trick or Treat's good. But now after I did my list and I put it on there and I was just thinking about it, I was like, oh, what a good fucking movie.
Like, could you imagine the time that we were growing up if that was being played on
God,
Halloween?
dude.
Like, I mean, it takes place on Halloween.
It's perfect.
It's great.
Yeah. If I was a kid, I would have eaten that up. Actually, I always hated that there weren't enough movies that took place
On Halloween.
Yeah. Because that's what I would complain about Fear Fest. I'd be like, why don't they put something else on Halloween instead of Halloween?
Right.
And then I was like, well, what else are they going to fucking put there?
Yeah. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah. And if they're not playing Trick or Treat on there on Halloween night, they're just stupid. I don't think that's ever been played on TV, though.
No?
I don't think so. I mean, besides like HBO and stuff.
Yeah, I have no clue.
So those were, you're tied for 7?
Yeah, Trick or Treat and Dead Alive.
All right. My next one, number 7 for me. Return of the Living Dead.
I was so close to putting that on mine because it's so fucking fun. And I feel like I watched it all the time in October.
So crazy.
I don't think I've ever watched it. Like, now that I think about it, maybe I don't think I've ever watched it outside the month of October.
It was filmed in the fall. It was filmed in October. And as stupid as it is to say this, I kind of feel like you can kind of sense that in the movie. Like, I don't think that movie takes place in October necessarily, but it feels like it does.
Yeah, it's a fucking Halloween flick. Like, even though it's not like Halloween.
Yeah,
it's just like,
it's absolutely awesome. Leanna Quigley.
yeah, I think it has to do with like those guys are pretty much in costumes anyways. They're all
yeah,
dressed
right.
as, like punk rockers.
Yeah. It's like it's just over the top, cartoony type outfits, and it's just awesome. Just absolutely awesome. I
That might have my favorite zombie scene ever when he the sentient zombie takes the ambulance radio and it says send more paramedics.
Send more paramedics. Yeah, I was trying to think about what he said. It's like send help or whatever.
He like growls it.
Like somebody be like, "Oh yeah, Jerry just called."
And the ending's phenomenal.
Oh my god! Now there's a sequel to that.
There's like 4. There's a couple.
How does that make sense? Okay. Well, why ask that? That's like,
well, because the ending leaves it open because it starts to rain.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So it does work.
That's a stretch. What's your number 6, Joe?
6 would be Hellraiser. Who doesn't love Pinhead around Halloween time? You're looking befuddled.
I am looking befuddled because I can't find it on my list, and I swore I wrote it down, but I clearly deleted it for something terrible. Like my next one. But yeah, Hellraiser was on here because I was like, oh shit. I was like, Hellraiser's so good for Halloween.
Yeah.
The perfect amount of gore, the black leather, like a crazy ass.
I mean, it's evil. Like, it doesn't get much more evil than Pinhead.
Pinhead is weird though. Like, there's sexual deviance.
Yeah.
Right? That's such a weird angle to do. Now, that's Clive Barker, right?
Yeah.
Who is a sexual deviant. So,
right.
I mean, I guess that makes sense, but like, I don't understand that, how you get all that together. I don't understand. It feels like it was 2 separate movies that he kind of put together. Like, he was like, okay, there's this underworld where these fucking creatures live and they want your soul and to like murder you. And he's like, you know what? Let's make them perverts. And they just love like BDSM sex too. Just add that on there. Like what? Why? You don't need that.
I'd love to see a 50 Shades of Grey Hellraiser crossover.
I'm shocked I haven't seen a stupid cartoon on Instagram of that. Like,
somebody start that up.
Like some girl tied up with a necktie and him being like, I'll show you whatever.
Such great sights. Such sights to show you.
Oh yeah, I'm such sights to show you. Fucking jerk.
But I feel like that was, for whatever reason, whoever greenlit that, it was on TV a lot during the month of October in like the late 90s.
And it worked. And it is such a good movie.
And I'll stretch it to Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2, because the two of them back to back. Like Hellraiser 2, I remember just being brutal.
I started Hellraiser 2 the other day and I haven't finished it. I don't remember it at all. I saw it though, again, when they were playing them on TV, like constantly. Basically, it was crazy. And but yeah, I don't remember it at all. I started watching it the other day, and I think do you find out Pinhead's backstory in that one?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's the one. Yeah. But yeah, Hellraiser, I'm in with that for Halloween. I don't know how it got off my list, but don't worry, I have replaced it with Pumpkinhead.
That's the one that you
I don't know
feel bad about.
Yeah, only because we just talked about it.
Oh, Pumpkinhead's totally on my list. It's higher up. Pumpkinhead always gets it. It's a fucking pumpkin.
Pumpkinhead is the best. Pumpkinhead is the best. Remember when you claimed that Pumpkinhead looked like Sam?
Yeah, he does.
God damn it. We just watched it too. I don't know. Pumpkinhead is so great.
Yeah.
So goddamn great. That's a movie that gives me huge nostalgia. The way they shot that is the way they shot basically every 90s horror movie from that year on. I don't think that was in the 90s. Was that one?
No, that was like 88.
Okay, 88, 89. But it was that same, whatever camera they used or lighting, you see that. It looks just like every 90s movie. It looks like Rumpelstiltskin. It looks like Leprechaun. It's that weird, it's really well lit. I don't know how to explain it, but
I'm sure there's a term out there for that.
I'm sure somebody's screaming at me like, why don't you know anything about movies? You talk about them constantly.
But again, going up into Halloween, like, it's a fucking pumpkin. It's a perfect Halloween movie.
Yeah, it is. It is great. You got the dead kid, which I know some of for some reason our Facebook page has devolved into talking about movies that murder children. So this one's got it, guys. But as weird as that sounds, like it's not a big part of Halloween, but I feel like a lot of the movies I watched around that period always had like the dead kid angle or like Children of the Corn, like having that kid involved in the movie.
Yeah, because it's something like taboo. Like,
yeah.
I don't know.
It was crazy, but such a great movie. And we already talked about it recently, but I had to put it on the list.
That was actually my next one, so
we
can just go back to yours.
Awesome. So this is going to be an interesting one. So as a lot of our listeners also listed, you like to break up your horror movies with a little bit of comedy horror, a little bit more lighthearted. So I went, and this could be one of two movies, depending on what you want to watch. Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
So good. Or Monster Squad.
Nice.
And the reason I put those two together is because they both, without having to sit through every Universal Monster movie, which some of them are iffy and can get boring, like we talked about. Like Dracula. Fucking boring shit to me. So without having to do that, you can watch these two movies and you get a little taste of all
the best of both worlds. Yeah.
Abbott and Costello they have Lon Chaney, they had Boris Karloff, they had all
playing
those
the
guys.
monsters. Yeah.
And they only had Wolfman, Dracula, and Frankenstein, which is good. Can't complain.
They make Boris Karloff break character, which I heard was like impossible. And one of the scenes you could see him start to laugh.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and like I was reading, like he was like a true professional.
That's
never
amazing.
That. Yeah.
I never saw that. That's so awesome. I mean, that movie is so funny. Even to me, I think it translates beautifully. But that's why I included Monster Squad, because if you hate old things, which a lot of people do now, Monster Squad's the one you want to go to. And that's got...
Those are perfect seasonal movies. Like,
oh, yeah.
Perfect.
That's got Wolfman, Dracula, Mummy, The Creature from Black Lagoon, and Frankenstein's monster. So that one, either one of those, you get all your monster fix in one shot and you're good to go on your way.
It's just so fun to watch. You can watch with the whole family.
My favorite scene for some reason in Monster Squad, I don't even know why this is. I love the scene when the dad and him sit on the roof and watch the drive-in theater from the roof. And I forget the name of the movie they're watching, but it's called like Blood Splatter Maniac or like Chainsaw. I don't even know, like Chainsaw Maniac 6. And the dad's like, "Oh, does he get him this time?" And he's like, "No." You're like, "Oh, it's awesome." It's like one of my favorite scenes. I don't know why. There's so many good scenes in that movie, though. But that was my choice. Went a little lighthearted.
Yeah.
So, what do you think?
I actually, I had like honorable mentions, and I was thinking about putting Young Frankenstein on my list because I watch it all the time around Halloween as well. But
one of our listeners put that on there.
Oh, did they?
I don't like that movie.
That is stupid.
I don't like that fella.
Who? Gene Wilder?
Yeah.
Why?
Tap dances.
You
I don't like tap dancing. I ain't got time for that.
But he tap dances in that one movie.
No, he's a tap dancer.
Gene Wilder?
Yeah.
But how many times have you seen him tap dance?
I thought he liked tap dancing in every one of his movies.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure that's not what he's known for. I'm pretty sure in Young Frankenstein, it's just Ray Romano's father just tap dancing mostly.
Oh, I forgot that's who plays. I also hate that song. Putting on the
Like, nobody likes that song. I think that's why they chose it. It's a stupid song for him to be singing.
I don't
He sings
know.
that taco. Anyways, that's not even on my list, but I'm still mind blown that A, you don't like it, and B, that was your reasoning for not liking it.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of people are pissed about that.
My next movie was Pet Sematary.
Same.
That's your next movie?
Yeah.
Such a dramatic pause.
Sorry. Yeah. I probably should have put this as one. I don't know why
As
I
one?
didn't. Yeah, as my number one. I think, man, that's again another child death. Maybe our fans were onto something about that.
I know.
Because it does kind of set just a more eerie tone when you got a dead child.
I was just gonna say, there's something about Pet Cemetery in the way that it was filmed that just like I can't even put my finger on it, but it just screams Halloween.
It does.
You know what I mean? Nobody's trick or treating.
No.
There's nothing about it, but you
No,
know
no.
that like if you're having a Halloween party and somebody puts on Pet Cemetery, everyone's gonna have like a good reaction to it. Like,
Oh,
fuck
yeah.
yeah! Like,
Oh my god. Oh, the Achilles scene in that is just
Herman Munster gets it.
what a good movie. Oh man, that was like one of the first horror movies me and my wife watched.
Even
together.
the cat is scary in that movie.
Cat's terrifying.
Church.
Cat's absolutely terrifying.
What are they doing to that cat off this camera to make it squeal like that all the time?
I have no idea. And then you have Zelda in there, who's
Yeah, we
just-
talked about that recently,
Oh
but
my
yeah, that one scene is terrifying.
I mean, I think one of the keys to like the Halloween thing is not that Pet Cemetery is plausible by any means, but I guess relatable. Like, I feel like it needs to translate sort of, no, it doesn't need to, but I feel like effective Halloween movies kind of make you afraid to go outside at night.
Yeah,
Like, oh shit, I gotta take the dog out. Like, maybe I can wait till morning. Maybe he'll make it through the night without peeing all over the bed.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's kind of what it is. And that movie does that.
yeah, and
It just freaks you out.
I think a lot of these movies I chose too. I just remember going to like sleepovers.
Yep.
Like, you know, like the weekend before Halloween or stuff, and you would ask your parents to get something from the video store, and that was always like a staple. Like, yeah, let's get
Yeah.
Pet Cemetery.
Yeah.
Even though we saw it, you know, last year at
Yeah.
the same party.
Yeah, and again, it was probably because our parents were just like, pets, okay. It's not spelled like a real cemetery, so I think we're good. We'll just go with this one. This looks nice. Look at this young kid on it.
All Dogs Go to Heaven was good.
I hope there was a parent that was that stupid. That was just like, is this the sequel?
Yeah.
Is this the prequel to All Dogs Go to Heaven? They go to the cemetery. Makes sense. Let's get it. Snap this one up. Oh my God. I hope to God. Oh my God. I hope my son tries to pull that on me someday. Don't worry, Dad. Don't worry. Just the prequel. So I'm already up to 3. So you should be also, right?
Let me count. 1, 2, 3. No, what?
Do you have 4 left?
I have 4 left.
Okay. Well, I have 3 left.
Okay. Well, what the fuck happened?
I don't know, because it was like when we had the duplicates, I think. But we're good.
okay.
We're good. We're good. Well, so go with your 4.
All right, number 4 is Evil Dead.
Okay.
Yeah, you need a Cabin in the Woods movie around the Halloween time.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That was so close to making my list, and then I was like, well, which one do I pick? And I couldn't decide. Honestly, even Army of Darkness.
Any of the 3 of them.
Yeah, just grab one.
I'm pretty sure every October I end up watching the 3 of them anyways.
Just grab one. I'd even throw the remake in there. Rain in Blood. I'm singing Slayer, but that's not in the movie.
Yeah, I was just gonna say when did,
But it does rain blood
oh.
in the movie.
That
I would
awesome
throw
if
that in
that song
there.
was playing though.
Dude, that would have been. I mean, I love that scene in that movie, but if that was playing with her and the chainsaw, like,
Yeah,
from a lesser rating, I would cry. I would have
just-
cried.
Up the
I would have just, honestly, I would have cried
Anti-for
tears
me.
of joy. Tears of joy. All right. But yeah, I wanted to put those. I couldn't decide on one, but I think, yeah, picking any of those would be great.
I just feel like you need a Cabin in the Woods movie.
You do. You need you need a possession.
Yeah, you need some classic tree rape.
Yeah. My number 3, that's like the least fun part of that movie.
Of course.
So it's the most uncomfortable thing. And you had to sit through it in all 2, like the first 2. You get to sit through it a second time. My number 3, I'm going with Saw. Any of them.
Yeah,
Take your pick. I
like
don't care.
well, any of them.
Well, I guess that's true. I mean, but really, if you really do like
Torture porn.
10, go for it.
How many is there?
10, I think.
No, 10.
I'm pretty sure. Dude, they were pumping them out every
I
October.
thought it sounded like 6.
No.
What?
I can't wait to look this up and be like, yes, they absolutely stopped at 6. No, but I'm almost certain.
You know why I think that's a good pick too? Is because, what was that, 10 years ago that it came out? I can remember being in college and like seeing the trailer for it and being hyped for it. And we went and saw it in theaters the day before Halloween. So this has that nostalgic Halloween feel for us.
Okay, so I'm an idiot. There's 7. So you're right on that one. Why did I think there was 10?
So many.
You know what? I think after 7 they released the first one again. Saw a 10th anniversary.
Oh, okay.
Because they just couldn't stop taking money from people.
That makes sense.
Dude, that was like they were pulling a Fast and a Furious. Well, not even, because Fast and the Furious don't do it every year, but do they do it every year?
A new movie every year? They didn't for a while, but the last couple of years.
Yeah, but they had a formula, and I remember reading about it in the New York Times. Like, they were like, this is just going to happen forever. Saw is just going to release every October because people just need something to watch in October.
Yeah, and at the time, before Saw came out, there was no, like, horror movies coming out to theaters and, like, big releases in October.
I never understood that. I never understood that. This year, I am shocked that there's horror movies in theaters, or at least getting releases. I was shocked in a good way. It's just, you don't see it that often.
And why not? It doesn't make any sense.
Like, what? How does that happen?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I thought it was a good pick for you, because I can remember being hyped. Like, we're gonna go the night before Halloween.
Because you're just like, because it's the only thing out, and you're just like, a new horror movie for Halloween.
And
perfect.
It looked like an original idea. And I mean, fuck the hater. I know it's cool to like hate on it now, but well, the acting was terrible. Go fuck yourself.
Have you watched like
any
horror movie? They're all awful.
Well, Carrie Yules was acting terrible. Well, nobody thought Carrie Yules, the guy from fucking what with the Princess Bride, was gonna win an Oscar for Saw. Like, what are you expecting?
I didn't know that was his sentiment.
Yeah. People say, well, his acting was terrible. Like when he was shaking with his leg. Okay. It's fucking Carrie Yules. Fuck are you thinking?
Oh my god. I always usually when I talk about bad acting, I want to like talk about. I usually try. For some reason, Cannibal Holocaust comes in my head, and that's not correct because those people were really murdered. So that was very good acting. Those were real human beings murdered. But the other one, Cannibal Ferox, has some of the worst acting I've ever seen. Not even the people on the island. That weird backstory.
Yeah, when they're in like a small business office in New York.
When the cops come into this house and like just shoot a guy, and they're like, "Hey." What?
I mean,
oh, dope heads.
How many horror movies that we love have terrible acting? Like in Maniac, when those two cops investigate the crime scene at the end, and they're like,
oh yeah.
I mean, that's pretty much what they do. Like,
they walk in on one of the most gruesome crime scenes of all time, and they're like,
and they shut the door.
And they literally walk out and close the door.
Terrible acting.
It's so bad. It's really bad.
But I mean, so that was a big gripe for me with the Saw series. And you know what else I hate is when people are like, "Well, I saw that twist coming from a mile away."
No,
nope.
No, you didn't.
Anyone you mean to tell me you sat through that movie and you're like, "Oh, I bet that fucking corpse on the floor was the mastermind behind it this whole time." No, you didn't. Who the fuck would think that?
You would never think that. Not to mention, you wouldn't think that because you weren't sure that there was a mastermind, or you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I guess you knew there was somebody behind it, but you didn't. No,
yeah.
No, it doesn't make sense. That would never be your.
That's like my buddy Brian, who, very close friends, but the other day tried telling me he saw The Sixth Sense for the first time and saw the twist coming from a mile away, and then claimed he never heard any spoilers about it. No, you didn't. What?
That's like one of the biggest pop culture references of all time.
Yeah, I believe you've never seen it before, but tell me you remain spoiler free.
I didn't see it till I was much older, and I remember after watching it, I tried to think, would I have seen this coming? And I wanted to say yes, but I know the answer is no.
It's no.
It's no.
It's no.
How did people keep that so spoiler free for when it was like out in theaters, or did they not?
It was 99, so I guess there wasn't like a big media outlet on the internet.
That's crazy to think about.
scream your spoilers at.
I hate people complaining about spoilers, but at the same time,
There wasn't people like us spoiling every movie we talk about.
every movie we were
So
talking
the
about
listeners-
without a spoiler alert. I mean, if you're listening to our show, if you're watching, you know what we're going to talk about. Just fast forward.
Yeah. I mean, I listen to shows that I haven't seen the movies for. I still
do
go
it
see
all the
them.
time.
Yeah,
I don't even watch them. But that's why I like doing some of the older stuff. Like, I know a lot of people want us to do new, more recent stuff, but then you really have to be careful.
yeah. Because you can't dissect a movie and then be like, well, I'm not going to talk about this part when
Yeah.
it's a pivotal plot point.
Yeah, like that guy that got mad at me for clown because I called it a possession. And he was like, I forgot what he called me. I think he called me a racial slur.
Did he?
I think so.
Oh, good for him.
And I don't know why. And he said, like, thanks for ruining it. I didn't know it was a possession movie. What the fuck? What did you think it was? Like, regardless, what did you...
Well, he seems like a nice, sane, contributing member to society.
And by the way, I know. And he gets possessed within like 5 minutes of the movie. So
I'm pretty sure you could find that out by reading, the blurb.
the
of
blurb
movie
yes.
on the back
it probably says a clown suit takes over a guy.
Right. How else are they going to sell that movie to you?
Ooh, we don't know what's going to happen, but this guy ends up being a clown at the end. That would be the best. I would rent that movie so fast. We don't want to spoil it for you, but wink, wink. This guy becomes a clown somehow. Maniac clown. Fucking people. So where were we? 3. What's your 3?
It is Child's Play.
Dude, I don't know what I did to my list. All these movies were on my list at one point and they're all gone.
Really? I thought for sure you'd have Child's Play.
It was. And so I did my list and then I went through and I organized all of our reader submissions to read after this. And every time I saw Child's Play, I was like, yeah, right on, man. Child's Play's on my list too. And it's not. I don't know what I did with it. It's gone though. I don't know. I don't know what happened. Yes, I love Child's Play.
Yeah, what a great Halloween movie.
Awesome Halloween movie. That has a super vibe. You start out, it starts out, full moon's out, I believe, and we have the murderer Charles
Lee Ray.
Yeah. And it's just, you got a little of the occult there, which is funny because that doesn't really, I don't know if I guess it continues on through the series.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It kind of dies out a little bit, but it's still
No,
there.
it goes through when the fucking Jennifer Tilly takes over.
You mean when they have a child?
Yeah,
A toy
I
child?
don't want to talk about it.
But yeah, such a great vibe to that. And I think most people put it on their list because they saw it when they were kids. It was like we've talked about before. It's 6th grade.
Yeah, you knew who Chucky was before you saw the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were like, I'm Chucky. And you had no fucking idea what you were. And no parent should have been okay with the kid running around calling himself Chucky.
Right.
Trying to kill his friends.
Right.
Great movie, though. Great choice. I had it, but it's gone now. Instead, I went number 2, House of the Devil.
Really?
It's new, but it sure feels old as hell.
Well, yeah. I mean, that was, I think that was the
It's
point.
such an old school vibe. And in
Definitely.
the best way possible.
Yeah.
That opening scene, I've watched that. That's probably one of the few movies that I watch regularly.
That's another one that since its release, I know it's only 2009, but I'm pretty sure every October it makes its way onto my TV somehow.
It's so good. When they flash the title card and it's just the text over the image, it's such an homage to Halloween and all those like late 70s, early 80s movies. It like gets my blood pumping, and it's just
I think it's a great
movie.
choice.
Such an awesome movie. What's your number 2?
Number 2 is Nightmare on Elm Street.
That's a good one. I did not put that on, but that's for some reason that doesn't give me the vibe for Halloween. But
Really?
I understand why people do it, and a lot of people chose that.
The original, again, every year I just want to see Freddy. I don't care how many
Creepy.
times I've seen it.
You're in a creepy neighborhood.
It's fun.
Gives you that vibe.
Yeah. I guess fun's not the right word.
No.
It's fun for me to watch.
You got a guy that screams bitch constantly. There's a Rick and Morty episode where they have a Freddy Krueger imitator kind of thing on the show, and they're trapped in his world, in this dream world. And one of the character, Morty, the kid, was like, "Oh, he sure says bitch a lot." He just literally, they made him say bitch every sentence. Like, "I'm coming to get you, bitch." It's so good. He's like, "Oh, he sure says bitch a lot."
I need to watch that show.
It's so funny. Their references are out of control. But
again, like Chucky, every kid knows who Freddy Krueger is. How many of them probably have seen the movie?
I think I remember there were kids that I would be talking to in elementary school about Freddy Krueger, and for whatever reason, we would talk about what he looked like, and they didn't even know what he looked like. They just knew the name. Yeah. They had never seen him. They had never seen a movie, a picture, anything. They had no idea what he looked like.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
And one of the reasons I chose that for 7 days leading to Halloween is how many conversations about Freddy Krueger are had in any month other than October?
Yeah, not a lot.
No, not a lot. It's not fucking April, and you're like, "Oh, remember Freddy Krueger?"
I think one of my issues was I mean, the original is the one to put on the list, but when I had thought about putting it on the list, I kind of wanted to put New Nightmare, and I was like, I don't know. That doesn't give me the vibe. But I think the first one, if anyone, gives you a vibe.
Hell yeah.
You've got the house, the dark alley.
The kids singing the Freddy song.
Yeah. That's a good pick. That probably should have been on my list. My number one is interesting.
Okay.
I don't know how you're going to take it.
The suspense is killing me.
I can't think of the name of the movie now. Shit. I was going to make a joke. Double Bubble, Toil and Trouble, starring Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Nice.
No. Amityville Horror.
Really? Number one.
I love it so much.
For a Halloween movie.
I'm coming apart.
Oh, I like the movie.
It's so good.
I'm just saying number one for a Halloween movie.
Oh, yeah. No, I couldn't put that on my list.
Why? That's the best.
I'll let you have that one. I like it a lot. I feel like it's just, I don't know.
Disappointed, man.
Maybe it's because I saw it later in life.
Okay.
I didn't see it when I was super young.
All right. Well, I'm terribly devastated. But go on for Amityville.
Amityville Horror.
Amityville's cool, I guess.
An amazing, amazing possession, haunted house story. It freaks me out. And it's one of those movies where there is no creature running around. There's nothing that you could say that can't happen.
Yeah, it's just a spiritual entity.
It's the noises you hear in your house when you're sitting there by yourself. It's the trees that you hear outside, and you
all those disgusting flies.
Dude, that scene ruined me as a kid. The flies everywhere fucking grossed me.
I think it was Scary Movie 3. Those movies suck, by the way.
Those movies are terrible.
But there's one that does that. It spoofs that.
No.
But it's the guy taking a shit. You just see all the flies. The guy's
so stupid. That's so basic.
Sophomore humor.
So basic.
I think about that sometimes. How stupid that is.
I had a ton of flies outside of my kitchen window one day this summer, and I almost shit myself. And then I sprayed chemicals everywhere because I was like, if they come back with chemicals, we're moving out. That's it. The chemicals, no. Coming out of a priest's mouth and shit. No, thank you. But yeah, it's one of those movies that gets me. Honestly, similar to The Exorcist for me. It's just one of those ones where it's like, shit, can that happen?
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's why it's a
good choice.
Number
Have
one.
You seen the sequel?
No.
I think it's creepy as fuck.
I've heard that, actually. But I have not seen it. I got to watch that.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, it was in the 80s?
Yeah. Yep.
Does it star
Brolin?
Ryan Gosling?
No, what? No, you mean Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds.
No. I saw it in a fucking drive-in.
I saw it in theaters.
Paired with Sin City.
So bad.
I think they did that on purpose because I was so disappointed, and then Sin City was fucking awesome. So it was such a roller coaster of emotions.
That's great. So your number one is...
It's Halloween. I mean, I don't understand. If you're making a list of movies that get you hyped for Halloween.
Yeah, I don't know. It's I don't like being so.
Don't get me wrong, it's a boring ass pick.
No. Oh well, yeah.
It's so
pick, yeah.
cliche. But
It's cliche, but it belongs on the list, right? And without a doubt, you're watching that
on Halloween. Yeah.
You're just kind of you have to, or the day before. I don't care. Yeah. But you're watching that in October, regardless of whether you want
very
to. Very
close to Halloween.
Yeah. It's so close to being perfect. It might be perfect.
It's one of my favorite movies in any genre.
Yeah. It's amazing, and that's all there is to it.
If I had to choose, like Monty Python and the Holy Grail and Halloween are probably the two movies I've seen the most in my lifetime, just like over and over and over again.
I hate Monty Python.
That again, you're just disappointing me tonight. How do you hate Monty Python? Is there a tap dancer in it?
I'm sure there is. They did so much stupid crap on that show. I can't even.
I'm talking about the movie.
Oh.
Wait, what? I don't even know what you're hating anymore.
Bring out your dad.
Yeah,
that's
what you don't like.
I don't know. I don't like their British accents. I don't know. They were just too weird for me. I wonder if I saw him like when I was older, if I would have liked him. It's funny. I wish you could time travel and just see that shit. Just see how that would play out, and I'd probably still hate it.
So many things you could do with time travel. That's what you want to do. See if you'd like Monty Python better.
Not watch Monty Python as a kid and fast forward and then see how my life turned out if I watched it when I was like in my 20s.
That's great.
Oh my god. By the way, if I rewatched it, I bet I'd love it. I watched like parts of it as a kid and I was like,
I mean,
I'm gonna go watch wrestling.
It's one of my favorites.
I'm an idiot.
But so was Halloween, and that's my number one.
And rightfully so. That's a great one. We went to you guys. We asked you what your lists were. And we got so many amazing responses. It was out of control.
Yeah.
So many great ones. I'm going to read some of them. We got so many. I'm going to have to split these up between this episode and the next episode. So let's just get into this. We've got some incredible ones here. I don't even know where to start. There's so many. I'll go with Tumblr user Full Metal Bitch.
All right.
The Tumblr usernames are like the best usernames on the planet. They are so crazy. If you want to find her though, Full only has one L. Full Metal Bitch. She says, "Hey guys, on your podcast, you described the challenge as what 7 movies would you and your best friend or a friend watch to get pumped for Halloween? So I actually collaborated with my best friend, who isn't much of a horror fan. She's more into sci-fi. And here's our list." Can you believe people are like, "Hey, I listened to these 2 idiots
No, I can't.
on a podcast.
No.
You want to put together a list together? It'd be so cool."
Yeah, I say that all the time.
That's amazing.
Believe anyone listens
that
to
is
us.
absolutely amazing. And thank you so much for telling your friend and putting together this list. So, number 7, Evil Dead, the new one. I didn't even know this. I didn't read this one. Number 6, the original Evil Dead. Oh, I see. Now everything makes sense now.
Yeah.
So she put on the first and the second one. The friend probably picked the second one, the remake.
Gotcha.
Halloween Town.
The Disney movie. Hell yeah.
I think that shows up again. So Joe's happy.
The best part about it is these people are probably, like 21, 22. I'm 8 years older. And love those. I had no business watching those.
Scream. This was another one we saw a lot of.
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus.
I was never a big fan of that.
I never was either. Never was.
A lot of people are.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I am a big fan of that. It's a good one.
I feel like that's pretty Halloween-y, if you like it.
Yeah.
And then Halloween, number 1, because
Goddamn
she
right.
has a brain. So that was Full Metal Bitch. That was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was great. Let's see. Who is next? I'll go with I should probably do this in a way so I don't reread other people's. That would be... I'm such an idiot. Okay. Robert P. emailed us his 7 movies. Number 7, The Witches. Have you ever seen this?
I have not.
I have not either. However, I do know what it is.
What year?
80s.
Okay.
My wife said her dad used to show this to her all the time. And I looked up images, and it has some of the most grotesque special effects I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, I'm intrigued.
These are like witches. I've never seen witches look like this.
There's not enough good witch movies.
This looks like one of them. This definitely looks like one of them. I've got to check it out. Number 6, it's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown.
You know, I understand.
I respect it.
I respect it too.
I respect
We
your
do not
decision.
like Charlie Brown.
I fucking hate Charlie Brown.
I know we're in the minority here.
Oh, like, I mean, you walk into any store and there's Charlie Brown shit for sale. There's a new movie coming out.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Can
know.
I just? These witches are disgusting.
Aren't they? They're
Look at this fucking chin. This looks like a nutsack.
that is grotesque, right?
Yeah.
And by the way, my wife was watching that like real young with her dad. So inappropriate. So where were we? Oh, number 5 for Robert P. The Exorcism of Emily Rose.
I like that.
I do too. That's not the one by Eli Roth, is it? The
No.
Eli Roth produced. That's a different one.
I don't know if he produced it or not.
I don't think he did. Emily Rose.
No. He did the last. What was it called?
The last
Exorcism.
The Last Exorcism, or
Yeah.
whatever it was. Yeah, no. The Exorcism of Emily Rose was one. I think we've talked about this before. I saw it in theaters, like by myself. Like I was like, I'm just going to check this out. I don't know why I did that. Like it's a weird movie. I would not do that normally. And then I saw it and I was like, yeah, that was pretty good.
It was oddly enjoyable.
Yeah, it was like one of those weird ones. Like it was a new horror.
You're like pleasantly surprised.
It was so weird. Yeah, it's such a weird whatever. Number 4, The Crow.
Nice.
It's a good one.
Nice.
That's definitely got a Halloween vibe to it.
Yeah.
Number 3, The Halloween Tree.
That was mentioned last week, right?
Yeah.
Didn't we bring that up?
Yeah, I think so.
I love the story. A Ray Bradbury story, but I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, neither have I. Number 2, Trick or Treat.
Yep.
Trick or Treat. And number 1, Night of the Living Dead. I totally accept that answer.
I think
that's one that, as a kid, it scared me. I feel like another element that helps with a Halloween movie is being stuck in a house. Because that's where you are. You know what I mean? You're kind of stuck in a house at the night. You know, that helps. I think that's part of why I like Nightmare on Elm Street, too. You're on this, like, neighborhood.
I think that movie works, too, because, you know, on Halloween, you're inside and everyone's walking around like a zombie outside,
right.
trick-or-treating. I don't know.
It probably also works because it's just so good. It's just a good movie.
Yeah, right.
I love that we're analyzing these things. Like, why is The Exorcist so good to watch on Halloween? Oh, because it's a fucking
This is a good movie.
It's a good fucking, it's an enjoyable film.
Nothing else to say about it.
Fucking stupid. Let's see how much time we got. We have a few more minutes. And we have so many letters from fans. Holy moly. Okay. And I do want to read everyone's because everyone was so awesome to do this. I still can't believe you guys. Thank you so much. Evil Dana. She says, let's see, 7 must-see movies for Halloween in no particular order. Now, Evil Dana does not list 7 movies, but she lists a lot of things. and Evil Dana, this is her list. Trick or Treat, awesome. Tales from the Crypt, any or all 7 seasons. All 7 seasons, Dana? Come on. That's Dana. I understand going 10, 11 movies. You gotta make sure you get all your love in. All 7 seasons. That would take me fucking
To get you hyped for Halloween. I hope she actually watches all 7 seasons.
That would be so good. If she does, I will document her. I will update everybody on her progress. Dana, take the challenge. I'm going to email Dana tonight and be like, you better start tonight.
Yeah.
Don't wait till next Tuesday.
Clock's ticking.
You better I can't wait for you to hear this episode to find this out. You need to start now. All 7 seasons. Also, I think once you got through 3 seasons, you'd be like, wow, there's a lot of bad episodes.
Of course.
After season 2, you'd be like, ooh, what have I done? What have I done? After the conjoined twin episode, you'd be like, oh no. Oh shit. Oh god damn it. She also had the original House on Haunted Hill.
Nice.
And all the Treehouse of Horror episodes.
Sure.
Oh, and she says at the end, I meant to say this. She says, okay, I guess I'm getting greedy here. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well and keep up the kick-ass work.
Thanks, Dana.
Yeah, thank you so much. Sorry for putting you on blast.
Yeah, you did a lot.
But you were getting greedy. You were getting greedy, Dan. Just take it easy next time. Just kidding. A lot of people did that. A lot of people would be like, man, Saw 1 through 10.
Just list series.
A lot of
All
people,
the Nightmare on Elm Streets, all the Friday.
well, it's hard to do. Like we said on some of the ones we picked, we were like, well, it could really be any Evil Dead that you watch.
Right.
And we all know as horror fans, you're not going to watch 7 goddamn movies. You're going to be watching like 20.
Right.
So.
Right.
I'm totally okay with it. And Evil Dana's the best. Was that a cat crying?
Yep.
Wow. Last one, I think, for this episode. We only got 4. Now I'll do 2 more. Camp Counselor Frying Pan has an interesting one. She went in a way that I was considering going, which is all of the specials she liked as a kid.
Okay.
She did Looney Tunes cartoon. She did Greg Kinn music video Jeopardy. Do you know what that is?
My love's in jeopardy, baby.
She has the music video for that. I guess it's
Was it
spooky.
scary?
I don't know. But she said, please don't laugh, so don't laugh. Looney Tunes cartoons, Invasion of the Bunny Snatchers.
Nice.
So good. Simpsons episode Treehouse of Horror 3. Great number on that one. It's in their prime, but not too early where you want to like barf at the animation.
Right.
It's right where they picked up. They really picked up steam, in my opinion. Erie, Indiana, Scariest Home Videos episode. I've never watched that show.
Classic Ryan Gosling.
What?
Isn't that him?
I don't know.
Well, I'm going to look it up. Probably just talking out my ass.
Perfect. It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown again. Garfield Halloween special, which I love.
You know we love that.
The Great Bear Scare, which I don't know that one.
The Great Bear Scare?
Yeah, and I've seen that on like lists on the internet before, but I never saw it. I used to watch Which is Which, the Halloween That Almost Wasn't, which I should have put on my fucking list. That was so great. But yeah, those I like the idea of the TV specials. Those are definitely, they set a different kind of tone. Oh, The Grinch.
The Grinch?
Halloween Night is Grinch Night.
Oh, fuck. I forgot about that.
And that is a fucked up cartoon. I don't even want to show it to my son because it's kind of disturbing. The imagery in that is out of control. That an acid head made that.
I forgot about that.
Oh, it's twisted. Twisted. Last one for this episode. Chief Bear Glove, our buddy.
Yes.
He says, I always have to start with From Dusk Till Dawn. I can get in on that.
I think it's great.
Trick or Treat, not the shitty one, he notes. What do you mean, Chief Bear Glove? You don't want to watch Gene Simmons and Ozzy Osbourne?
I can't wait to watch that.
I know. We should probably do that. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. To me, that is not a Halloween flick, but I get it.
See...
Oh, you know what? Chief Bear Glove, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Chief Bear Glove, actually, I remember this. He sent this through Instagram and I couldn't copy and paste it over. He had a lot of explanations for these and he grew up in Texas. And he said it was like completely messed him up as a kid.
Yeah?
Yeah. Like watching Texas. I think if I lived in Texas, that would be, that would probably be on a Halloween because that would be like, well, that's outside my window.
Yeah.
You know?
Definitely.
That's terrifying. That cat. He says he has to get his gore count in, so Cannibal Holocaust.
It's one of my favorites.
Yep. Scream for its slasher and how they go through the rules of a horror movie. He likes that for Halloween, which is true. That's pretty great. That's actually a great one to like start October off with. I feel like that's like, because then you get to like think about those rules and as you watch the movies and be like, oh yeah, every horror movie is the same.
Yeah.
Tucker Dale versus Evil.
That is a great one.
For
It's
a break
fun.
from the carnage. That's an underappreciated movie. Although
It's so funny.
it does have a lot of fans, but I do think it's underappreciated. And then he has last The Collector. I've never seen that. It is on
I keep
Netflix,
seeing
I think.
about. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet either.
It's
but
the guy
I've seen
tying up his mask, I think, from the back.
Yeah, I see a lot of people talk about it, but I haven't seen that.
And that's all we're going to do for this episode. If we didn't get you here, tune in next week, and you'll hear a list on next week's episode.
Yes, and I'm kind of out of it right now because I'm trying to see why I thought Ryan Gosling was in Erie, Indiana, but he is 100% not. But Tobey Maguire was. So, yeah, same.
Was
thing.
Tobey Maguire like in Spider-Man? Was he like 40 when he did Erie, Indiana? Played a high schooler
Dyed his hair dark.
in his mid 40s. That was the worst. That's the biggest travesty of those. And I love
Ryan
all
Gosling
those.
was in Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Yes,
Yeah, okay.
which we discussed.
Yes.
So, are you going to do 30 movies in October?
I'm going to certainly try. So, no.
No. It's tough. It's really hard. Me and my wife tried. I think we talked about this last week. Me and my wife tried, and we got really close. I think we got to like 28.
I think we could do it.
How did Paul watch 50 movies in a week?
Because Paul's an asshole.
That doesn't make any sense. Like, I can't do 30 in a month.
It's insane.
It's really insane.
Though, when he was on the show, he's like, "Oh yeah, I tried to choose short ones." No, he didn't. He was watching fucking like epics. I don't know what he was doing.
Forrest Gump and Titanic.
Dude, I remember because you know this was before like we had laptops and shit, so he would like handwrite the list as he did it. So like I was like keeping track with him, but also he was going like I wasn't even going to class and I wasn't watching 52, but he was going to every class and he was going to the gym.
That makes no sense.
It was so
I don't
stupid.
know how you do that.
He's getting like 1 hour of sleep for no reason.
Oh my God. That's amazing. Well, guys, thank you for listening. Thanks, Harley Poe, for allowing us to use the song Gorehound off the album Pagan Holiday. You can find them at harleypoe.com or facebook.com/harleypoe. You can find me on Twitter at I Hate Horror Show.
Find me at Jovi421.
We're on facebook.com/I Hate Horror. Definitely tune in there. Or you could go to our website, IHateHorror.com, and we have all of our social media links there.
Yeah, keep sending messages. So
Oh my God, the messages are great. The messages mean a lot, and if you rate, review, subscribe on iTunes, that means the world to us too. And just send me an email, Sean@IHateHorror.com after you write a review, and I will gladly send you a sticker. We've sent out a bunch so far.
Yeah.
And I think they're pretty cool. We also have that Patreon page that isn't up that I explained last week. Last week I announced it saying, that'll make me finally finalize
Get the ball
it and put
rolling.
it up,
Yeah.
and it didn't. And now I'm going to announce it again this week, and now soon I'll just be announcing it every week and we won't even have it. But keep an eye out, and if you have a couple bucks to spare or a buck, it means a lot to us just to keep the servers and stuff going. Yeah. And we're working on shirts. We posted our new logo online. You can check that out on our Facebook page or Instagram or wherever you want to find it.
I like the green, man. I don't know.
I like the green too. Everyone else really liked the green. Brooke, Kay.
She just posted. She likes the green.
Sorry.
She's on board.
Oh, she's back.
She's back.
She's back.
Yeah, live. This is live. She just posted.
She's back. This is breaking news.
breaking
news, everyone.
Breaking news. Brooke approves.
Brooke approves of the green. Woo! All right, guys. I really appreciate it. For Joe, this is Sean. Stay weird.
Thank you.
Adios.
Red rum, 'cause I'm a gore